American-Canadian cognitive psychologist and neuroscientist Daniel Levitin's nonfiction work Weaponized Lies, How to Think Critically in the Post-Truth Era, 2016, aims to sharpen readers' critical thinking skills and enhance their ability to detect logical fallacies in an age when misinformation proliferates through mass media and political rhetoric. Initially published under the title A Field Guide to Lies, Critical Thinking in the Information Age, the book takes a hard look at how the internet has amplified the spread of fake news, confirmation bias, and filter bubbles. Levitin argues that one of the most dangerous sources of misinformation comes from so-called pseudo-experts, individuals who are intelligent or credentialed in one field but speak authoritatively on topics outside their expertise. To illustrate this, Levitin points to a familiar advertisement: 4 out of 5 dentists recommend Colgate. On the surface, this seems persuasive. Dentists should know about toothpaste, right? But Levitin dismantles this as a logical fallacy. Dentists typically do not perform rigorous comparisons of toothpaste brands; their expertise lies elsewhere. A better authority on toothpaste efficacy would be a laboratory researcher who studies plaque accumulation, enamel preservation, and gum health. The Colgate example, though dated, underscores a broader issue. Pseudo-experts have long existed, and their influence predates the internet. Levitin cites Nobel Prize-winning physicist William Shockley, co-inventor of the transistor, as a glaring example. Despite his brilliance in physics, Shockley made deeply racist and scientifically baseless claims about the genetic inferiority of black people. Yet his status as a Nobel laureate gave his views a veneer of credibility, particularly among those already inclined to agree. Levitin draws a similar parallel with Charles Murray, author of The Bell Curve, who advanced comparable claims. Though Murray is a recognized sociologist, he is not a geneticist, and his conclusions about race and intelligence fall well outside his domain of expertise. According to Levitin, expertise is inherently narrow. Being accomplished in one area does not make someone an authority in another. Another telling case involves the wrongful conviction of Sally Clark, a British woman whose 2 infants died suddenly at home. A pediatrician testified against her, claiming that such an event was statistically improbable. However, Levitin points out that pediatricians, precisely because they rarely encounter natural infant deaths, are poor experts on infant mortality. Coroners or epidemiologists, whose work involves studying patterns of death, would have been far more suitable. Clark was eventually exonerated, but not before spending 3 years in prison for a crime she didn't commit. Levitin sees this problem as especially pronounced in debates about climate change. Television programs often feature contrarian voices to create a false sense of balance. While these individuals may be highly educated, in physics or microbiology, for instance, they are not climate scientists. Levitin underscores this by pointing to the overwhelming consensus. 97% of PhDs in climate science agree that climate change is both real and caused by human activity. The illusion of disagreement is created not by a scientific divide, but by the amplification of unqualified voices. These issues are not new, Levitin concedes, but the digital age has intensified them. While the internet has democratized access to information, it has also removed the traditional gatekeepers responsible for vetting truth from falsehood. As a result, misinformation can spread rapidly, especially when it aligns with users' existing beliefs. Levitin also attributes the explosion of falsehoods in part to the sheer increase in information. In the last 5 years alone, more data has been created than in all of prior recorded history. In many ways, Weaponized Lies reads like a self-help manual, offering readers practical tools for navigating the modern information landscape. Levitin emphasizes the need for a new kind of media literacy, one suited to an era of data overload and digital deception. He reminds readers that the plural of anecdote is not data. Multiple personal stories, no matter how emotionally compelling, do not equate to statistical significance. Likewise, he cautions against confusing correlation with causation. As an example, he notes that while rates of autism and vaccination have both risen over time, there is no evidence of a causal relationship between the two. According to the Globe and Mail, Weaponized Lies is a smart, timely, and massively useful primer for critical thinking in the information age. Levitin's central message is clear: in a world awash in misinformation, knowing how to think is as important as knowing what to think. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy this video, leave a like and subscribe.